Victoria, worldwide surrogacy. I'm a lawyer. I've been practicing law in the United States for 30 years. In addition to my law firm, I have a surrogacy matching agency. Yaron is our representative here in Israel. He knows our program because he's part of it. He's one of our intended parents. And so he will be happy to talk to you and answer questions. He'll be in Tel Aviv when I'm back in the States, so you'll have a local person to talk to as well. But what we like to assure you of is that we are a team of people at Worldwide Surrogacy. We are located in the Northeast in Connecticut, and I also have an office in Manhattan in New York, so we can meet you there or we can meet you in Connecticut. We have very favorable laws in Connecticut and also in other states in the Northeast. We have Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania. So you can fly into New York and have an option of having a surrogate in Connecticut or a local state and not have to travel too far to have your baby. We have very good screening process for surrogates. Whoever we get maybe 40 inquiries a week of surrogate applicants. Of those, maybe one or two makes it through the process because we screen for psychological issues. We have an evaluation by a psychologist. We have a medical records review for her pregnancy records by a reproductive doctor. We do a background investigation of her and her husband. And we have a social worker on our staff who does an intake and a social work interview. Before we even present the surrogate to you, you will know that all of these pieces have been put in place. And we also review her insurance to see if she has maternity insurance, if we can use her insurance for newborn care. And of course, insurance is a big issue for our international clients, so we also have access to the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, which we have also successfully used for maternity and newborn for our international clients. I have clients from Israel. This is my third time in Tel Aviv, so I've had people who have had babies. I have people who are pregnant now, and I have people going through the process. We also have international clients from the UK, from France, from Spain, from South America. So we're very experienced in handling international clients and issues ranging from finding a surrogate in a favorable US state to making sure you have your passport and you're going home safely with the medical bills paid and you're home in Israel with your child or children. We find surrogates who will carry twins, if that's a route that you want to go. And certainly we have surrogates who will carry single babies, obviously. But most surrogates come to the process knowing that they may be requested to carry twins, so most are available for that process. We have a really nice team of people. What I like to tell you is that we're very accessible to you, so you'll have I'm one of the main point people. You'll have my email, my cell phone, my office number, of course. And we have a team of people, though, too. Besides me, you will have a case manager that will be directly for you. And then we have also a few people who will help the surrogates through the process. So there's a case manager for the intended parents and a support person for the surrogate so that you know that she's being watched and taken care of and supported. And we know that she's doing everything that she's supposed to do for you, and you know that she's doing everything that she's supposed to do for you, either through us or through your direct communication with the surrogate. We have a person on our team who was a surrogate herself, Serena, so she's very good at recruiting surrogates and also supporting them because she knows what it means to be a surrogate and how important it is and what she has to do to be committed and dedicated to have a baby for you. We don't have a problem finding surrogates who will carry for international couples. There's no problem to find surrogates who will carry for gay couples or single parents. We have matched all variations of intended parents: single men, single women, gay couples, straight couples, international and US. So for 10 years I've been doing this. We have approximately 25 births per year. So it's a hands-on agency. We're not a factory. We're very attentive to you. We're very attentive to each one of our each one of our surrogacy arrangements. what I like to tell you, what I told the group before, is that I want you to enjoy the process. I want you to feel safe and protected, and to enjoy the fact that you're having a baby. It, of course, is complicated. It, of course, is filled with complications that you have to think about, and you're going to have to make a lot of decisions. But with the right professional team, with me, with my team, with your clinic, that we become one team with, you should feel like you're being held, supported, so that you can enjoy the process. And even if there are mishaps, like if there's a miscarriage, it's frustrating, but we can support you and encourage you to stay on the path, to stay positive, to try again. So those things happen to all people. You know, people having children in traditional, natural ways have to deal with the mother nature issues of miscarriage, failed embryo transfers, but our people stay with the process. If they have to go through a second embryo transfer, they do. The statistics are really high if you don't have a pregnancy the first time, to have one the second time. If your embryos, of course, are good, and yours would be, you'd be using a healthy young egg donor, so that's a way to make really good quality embryos. So what you want to do, and what you're thinking about now, and why you're here, is you're deciding on who your professional team will be and where you want to have your baby. So this is a good reason why to consider the United States. The drawback is, of course, the cost. But the value of having a team that really, including your surrogate, we're all one team. You, your surrogate, us, your clinic, we're all working together to bring your baby or babies into the world. And that's the way we do it in the United States. We're hands-on, you'll have contact with your surrogate, you'll have access to good medical care, you'll have me, a lawyer, who will be guiding you through all the legal decisions you have to make. In the event that your surrogate lives in a state outside of Connecticut, where I practice in New York and Connecticut, but in New York you can't do surrogacy. I am a member of organizations, the American Bar Association, Assisted Reproduction Group, and also the American Academy of Assisted Reproduction Attorneys. So we are all networked throughout the United States. So I know who to refer you to if your surrogate, say, lives in Pennsylvania or New Hampshire. I already know the lawyers that I would refer you to get your pre-birth order done. And that is something that we make sure of too, that you're the legal parents at the time when your baby is born. So you go with a court order in hand when your baby is born. We already will tell the hospital will know that you're the parents, and the surrogate, of course, will have the order in hand, and the State Department of Vital Statistics will know that the birth certificate is to be issued with your name on it, or your names on it, and that will take place so that when you go to the hospital, they know you as the parents. You're respected, and you're known, and you're treated as the legal parent of the baby to be born. There's no question, there's no issue, there's no possibility that the surrogate would keep the baby. That has never happened in our experience, and that is because we are so careful. We are so, from the beginning, when we screen and recruit the surrogates, through the process of getting her pregnant, through the legal processes, and then through the birth, and making sure you have a birth certificate, a passport to come home, and everything's done, you come home safely, and you work with your Israeli lawyer here to manage your registration and also your conversion, if that's something that you're doing. So that's who we are, and we would be honored to help you, and you become part of our family. We are like family with our intended parents. Yaron and his partner Eitan and I went out to dinner last night. We really care for each other. And I feel that way with everybody that joins on with us. We get to know you, and we take care of you. It's a very important thing to have children. I'm gay, I have 2 children. My partner and I, we had to go through different channels to have children. One we did with an anonymous sperm donor, the other we adopted. So it wasn't surrogacy, but we understand how much you have to have an intention to have a child and to really be dedicated and have fortitude to bring your children into your family. So I'm going to let Yaron say just a few words, and then we have questions, and we'll have our raffle.
אני ירון אבידן, אני קודם כל לקוח של Worldwide Surrogacy של ויקטוריה, אנחנו נרשמנו לפני שנה אחרי הכנס, פחות או יותר באותה תקופה, ואנחנו עוד איזה חודש במרץ צפויים לנסוע לעשות את התהליך עצמו, וכבר מחכים לזה בקוצר רוח. אני יכול כבר להעיד בפניכם, ויקטוריה ביקשה שאני אצטרף לצוות פה בארץ כנציג, כעוזר, זה ממש קרה בתקופה האחרונה ובקראת הכנס, אבל כלקוח אני באמת לא ידעתי אפילו כשנכנסתי לזה כמה זה חשוב הסוכנות, שיש שם בני אדם שהם איתכם, שהם רוצים לעזור לכם, שהם עוזרים לגשר על בעיות ונתקלים בכל מיני בעיות. יש כל מיני דברים שכדאי שהסוכנות שיש לכם, תהיה לכם תקשורת טובה איתה, וכמובן שזה חלק מצוות ולא איזה בן אדם אחד. היו כאלה סוכנות שאנחנו בדקנו, ובסוף ירדנו מזה כי גילינו כמה זה חשוב שיש צוות, שבן אדם אחד פתאום קורה לו משהו בבית חולים, אין מענה, אין אימיילים, ואתם באוויר, אתם בשאלת רחוב. מאוד חשוב האנושיות והצוות שנמצא שם. ויקטוריה בן אדם נפלא, היא הפתיעה אותי בלא מעט סיטואציות כבר, אפילו שאנחנו רק מתחילת הדרך, שהתעוררו איזה דברים ואיזשהם קשיים, והפתרונות היו טובים ואפילו הרבה מעבר למצופה מבחינת הרצון לעזור והנכונות ובאמת הכנות. קודם כל זה בני אדם, זה מאוד חשוב. יש פה תוכנית הנחות לישראלים שהיא מיוחדת לתקופה הזאת, היא מסתיימת בסוף מרץ. אז תוכלו לקחת פרטים וגם לדבר איתנו. אם תרצו להתייעץ איתי ישירות על שיקולים בבחירת סוכנות, אז אני אשמח להסביר מה היו השיקולים שלי, כי אני הייתי בדיוק כמוכם לפני שנה, ואני עדיין בסך הכל לקראת התהליך. רק בקצרה, חשוב היה לי למשל, הנושא של הסוכנות ממוקמת במזרח ארצות הברית, קרוב יותר נוח מאשר עוד טיסה פנימית של עוד 5 שעות בכל מיני מקומות, זה שיקול. נושא נוסף זה כמובן כספי, לראות שזה לא סוכנות שמייקרת תהליכים בלי שום הצדקה, זה הרבה פעמים לא מוצדק, אנחנו היו מאוד מודעים לעניינים האלה של עלויות. דברים נוספים זה האמינות שלהם, זה משרד עורכי דין שקיים 20 שנה, ויקטוריה גלפון לעורכי דין שהתייעצנו איתה, המליצה עליהם ובדקה את החוזים שלהם ומה, אין שום בעיות, תסמכו עליהם וזה כבר המליצה עליהם כי יש לה לקוחות שעבדו איתם וזה מה שסגר לנו את הפינה הזאת.
צריך אותה בנו? זה ויקטוריה גלפון.
נושא נפרד, לא חייבים, אני בסוף לא לקחתי אותה, לא בשלב הזה, אולי יותר מאוחר, אבל בהחלט מאדם ששווה להתייעץ איתו, אבל זה נושא נפרד. יש לזה שם שאלות?
אתם מקושרים לסיטי?
אוקיי, אז זה מה שרציתי להגיד. אתם יכולים לבחור עם איזה קליניקה בארצות הברית שאתם רוצים לעבוד, אין שום בעיה, יש לוויקטוריה ולצוות של הניסיון, הם עובדים, יש להם לקוחות שעוד זוגות גם ישראלים שעובדים עם הוריהם, וכל קליניקה שתבחרו, הם ידעו לתת לכם את זה, גם עם סוכנויות לתרומת ביצית, יש כל מיני אופציות. זה לגמרי גמיש איך שנוח לכם. אני בסוף בחרתי בסיטי פרטיליטי לתהליך הזה, כי הפונדקאית שנמצאה לנו היא נמצאת בקונטיקט ונוח לה שיהיה משהו מקומי ולא לטוס. יש לה 3 ילדים קטנים בבית, היא לא רוצה לטוס. אז אני הלכתי על משהו מקומי בשבילה, גם אם אולי פינקרזתי על קליניקה עם חוזים גבוהים יותר. ולא תמיד החוזים הם הכי חשובים, אלא בני אדם שאתם עובדים איתם. זה קריטי חבר'ה, אין לכם מושג. ברגע שחותמים עוד לא מכירים, אני כבר מכיר כבר מניסיון גם מול הקליניקה וגם מול הפונדקאית, שזה קריטי שיש לכם מי לעבוד ומתכם ומבינים ויש מספיק ניסיון. אז אתם מוזמנים לקחת פרטים ואם תרצו לפנות אלינו או לקבוע את פגישה יש עוד מקומות למחר, אז נשמח.